The Flash is the fastest man alive, and the hit CW show is certainly proving it by how quickly the fan base is expanding and the ratings are climbing. So whether you're a longtime fan or brand new to the Scarlet Speedster, we're sharing 7 things even you might not know about The Flash. First up is something that some of you guys might already know. It's all about Robbie Amell. So on the show, actor Robbie Amell plays Ronnie Raymond, aka Caitlin Snow's love interest, who sacrificed himself to save the rest of his team when things went down with the particle accelerator. Know what I'm talking about? So Ronnie was long considered dead through most of the first season, but has since been discovered by his former fiancée. The incident resulted in Ronnie gaining phenomenal powers with fire, flight, and the ability to transmute matter. That you've probably picked up if you have been watching the show, but since this segment is supposed to be about things you might not know, well, what you guys might not know is that Robbie is actually the younger cousin of Arrow himself, Stephen Amell. I think the whole superhero thing definitely runs in the family. Okay, up next, it is all about Carlos Valdez's Cisco Raymond, you know, the uber nerd of the series that enthusiastically spouts off villainous names for the baddies they encounter. You know, that guy. He's also responsible for a lot of the tech and support that make Team Barry a possibility. Cisco may be the Flash's biggest fanboy, but Cisco potentially has his own superpowers to deal with. So in the world of comics, Cisco becomes a superhero known as Vibe. But, did you know that this potentially means big things could happen on the show because Vibe's sonic waves have the power to disrupt Barry's speed, giving him the ability to effectively stop the Flash in his tracks. I don't know if you guys are confused, but what I gotta get at is what could be even worse is that his abilities could literally shake the planet into pieces, which I'm sure Cisco would find really cool. Now, there's no guarantee that this will take place on the show or that they'll take this route, but the potential is definitely there, so you might just want to be emotionally preparing for this right now, just in case. But at number 3, I should tell you that Cisco is not the only one with some super-powered potential. Caitlin Snow, the voice of reason and caution on Team Flash, may have a metahuman fiance with sizzling superpowers, but things will not be heating up for her if her character follows the comics. So in the comics, Caitlin becomes a character called Killer Frost and is commonly a villain. She has powers over ice and cold. She's pretty much making her Elsa from Frozen, but in the DC universe. Her cold nature, though, requires her to seek out heat by any means necessary, and it's rather convenient that her fiancé, Firestorm, would be able to make her temperature rise. Again, there's no guarantee that these things will take place, but it's always good to know who you're working with. Up next at number 4 is a little bit of the whole like father, like son thing. Barry's father is, as we know, currently in prison for a crime he did not commit, and John Wesley Shipp, the actor who plays Henry Allen on The Flash, was actually the Flash himself on a short-lived 1990 CBS series. Unfortunately, the show did not have longevity, but back then it wasn't really as cool as it is now to have superheroes on primetime TV. Despite the series only lasting 1 season, Shipp remains an icon for Flash fans, and it was a huge boost to cast him in the new series. Bonus fact here for you guys, a future episode of The Flash will feature the legendary Mark Hamill reprising a version of his role on the original Flash series, The Trickster. At number 5, let's talk location. The Flash features some locales pulled straight from the pages of the comic, like the coffee shop Jitters and Barry's favorite Big Belly Burger. But one place that holds a little more weight is Ferris Air, and that is where the Flash does his test runs. Ferris Air is the company belonging to Carol Ferris. Now, if that does not mean anything to you, I have to fill you in. Carol is the longtime love interest and sometimes villain / co-hero of none other than Hal Jordan, aka Green Lantern. The Flash is following the lead of Arrow in name and dropping cities and locations that will further open up the storyline for more heroes, and with both shows having Green Lantern references, could we be seeing a ring slinger joining the fastest man alive in the near future? We have arrived at number 6, and this one is all about Crisis on Infinite Earths. So from the first episode on, we have been seeing images of Dr. Wells' futuristic newspaper with the headline reading, "Flash Missing Vanishes in Crisis." This is reference to the 1985 DC Comics epic storyline, Crisis on Infinite Earths, in which all the various DC storylines were merged and solidified into one focused timeline. Under attack from a threat the universe had never seen, the Anti-Monitor was destroying not just our world, but every world in existence. The Flash ended up sacrificing himself and remained dead for 23 years before making his return to comics. This newspaper hints at where the series may be going in the long run, but it also shows us that 10 years into the future, Barry is wearing the classic Flash costume from the comics. Hinting at the Crisis storyline doesn't just affect the Flash guys, but it's actually something that could potentially carry over to Arrow and all other related series, so this is huge. All right, saving the best for the last are the other heroes that we think could be coming down the pipeline. In the episode Power Outage, Dr. Wells lists the people who died as a result of the particle accelerator. While yes, it does add to the depth of loss, it also served to give us a heads up to many other potential heroes still waiting to be introduced. Some of the more notable ones include Ralph Dibny, better known as Elongated Man, a friend and ally of Barry's. Also mentioned was B. DaCosta, aka Fire, Al Rothstein, known as Atom Smasher, Will Everett, who becomes Amazing Man, and Grant Emerson, appropriately named Damage. While these may have just been Easter eggs, it could be that the show is going to great lengths to give us a sneak peek of what's to come, and just to kind of keep us anxious about who's coming up next. Considering so many others who died that night have come back as metas, we could be looking at a very power-packed series. So there you have it, friends. 7 things you probably did not know about The Flash. So are there any Flash facts that we didn't include? I'm guessing the answer is yes, fanboys and fangirls. Head on down to the comment section, or you can tweet us at Clevver News and then click right on over here to find out 9 things you also might not know about another show we love, Teen Wolf. Until next time, I'm Jocelyn Davis. Thanks for watching.